Hey, Alan. Everything good over there?
Hey, Grace. What's up?
Your friend's wedding ceremony. How's it go?
Yeah, it was really beautiful.
Yeah? Must have been nice. Hey, did you get some photos of the bride? Love to see them.
Yeah, I snapped a few. Why?
Emma's bugging me to show her.
Oh yeah, Emma. Her life ambition is to be a bride. Kinda makes poor old Dad a little sad though.
Come on, she's only 5 years old for Pete's sake. LOL.
Yeah, I got all the photos on my smartphone. I'll show them to you when I get home.
Okay, Emma says she's looking forward to them.
I'm headed over to the after-wedding party now.
You'll probably be meeting up with a bunch of old friends, so don't drink too much.
Yeah, got it. Don't worry.
Oh yeah, and you're coming home Tuesday night, right? You're staying a couple of nights, right? A good chance to get reacquainted with old friends?
Yep. For now, no change of plans. That's why I took time off from work.
Behave yourself. Don't drink too much and go off the rails.
No worries! Okay then, the party's starting pretty soon. Better go!
Yeah, right. Have fun.
Hey Grace, what's up? Do you have some time to talk?
Hey Nora, been a while. The last I talked to you was at the alumni party, like 2 years ago, wasn't it?
Was that 2 years ago? Seems like yesterday.
I heard you were in Europe. Are you back?
Yeah, it was my youngest sister's wedding, so my husband and I came back to attend the ceremony. I'm at my folks' place in San Jose.
Huh? Your youngest sister is still about 20, right? She's already getting married, huh?
Yeah, I was a bit worried at first, but her husband is 10 years older. But my other sister's husband happens to know the groom. He vouched for him, so with that, my folks gave her their blessings.
I see. Anyways, congratulations!
Yeah, thanks.
Oh, that reminds me. My husband also attended a wedding near San Jose yesterday.
I thought so.
Huh?
Got to talking, forgot about what I lied to you about. Well, evidently, my sister's husband, the groom, knows your husband.
Huh? Seriously?
The wedding was at the K Hotel in downtown San Jose, wasn't it?
Yeah, that's right.
His name was on the groom's invitation list, so it wasn't my mistake.
Wow, what a coincidence.
Yeah, if I had known beforehand, I would have said hello. I was going to check if I was right at the after-wedding party, but right after the wedding, he apparently said he had other plans and left right away.
Huh? He left right after the wedding?
Huh?
He seemed pretty excited about attending the after-party.
Really? Is that what he said?
He didn't contact me to say he had an emergency or anything. Wonder what happened. Alan's friends were at the party, weren't they?
Yeah, as far as I know, all his old friends were there.
He told me he was going to stay until Tuesday and that he was going to be having fun with his old buddies.
Seems a wee bit suspicious, don't you think?
I don't know about that. No need to jump to conclusions. Probably just forgot to contact me, that's all.
My sister and her husband are here. Want me to ask them?
Yeah, okay. Just in case, could you ask them?
Okay then, hold on a second. Sorry to keep you waiting.
How'd it go?
Yeah, well, where do I start? According to my sister's husband, Alan hadn't planned to attend the after-wedding party and had no plans to stay over until Tuesday.
Really? That can't be right.
Also, my sister said something kinda strange.
Strange?
Yeah, but could you give me a little time? I want to verify what she said. She's calling around to make sure.
Yeah, well, okay.
Sorry, didn't intend to stir up trouble or anything.
It's not your fault, Nora. You have nothing to apologize for.
Well, I hope it's just all a misunderstanding. I'll get back to you at about 3 o'clock, okay?
Sorry to put you through all this hassle. I'll be waiting to hear back from you.
Fun! Really had a wild time with my buddies!
Oh, you're back.
Hey, just got to the front door. Hey, what is this? The key doesn't fit.
Oh, that. I canceled the apartment lease, so I suppose the landlord changed the locks.
Huh? Canceled the lease?
Yeah, that's right. Me and Emma, we don't live there anymore.
Come on! Quit screwing around! I'm tired! Was there some reason to move out?
Boy, oh boy, getting all the stuff moved out was a real chore yesterday. But I'm glad we leased out the apartment in my name. And about your stuff, I sent them off to your parents' place.
What the hell is going on? What happened?
Yeah, well, where to start? I haven't really worked it all out in my head yet.
Come on! Out with it!
Okay, then let's begin with, you know that the groom from the wedding the other day, right? And you know he has 4 younger siblings too, right?
Huh? Yeah, what about it? The bride is the youngest of 2 or 3 sisters too, I think.
Yeah, the eldest of the sisters is called Nora. She's a friend from college.
Huh? Are you serious?
Yeah, and Nora called me the day after the wedding. I was shocked as you are when I knew who she was.
Heard she married a foreigner and now lives overseas, right?
Nora came to our wedding too, but it was 6 years ago, so I guess you didn't notice.
Oh, really? Too bad I wasn't able to say hello. If I had known, I would have said something.
And I guess it was about this time last year.
The wedding ceremony for Nora's other sister.
Yeah, the groom from that wedding.
Like, the groom this time. He's my friend too. I attended that wedding too. We all grew up in the Bay Area, but to be so connected. A real coincidence, huh? Wait, then didn't Nora say anything about me last year?
She wasn't able to attend last year. Things came up and she was overseas then too.
Oh, okay, I get it. But what does that have to do with you guys not coming home?
Guess you still don't get it.
Huh? What are you talking about?
But you do know this. All 3 of the sisters had one common friend.
Huh?
You went to the wedding, so that person was obviously invited.
Is this about...
Finally starting to see the picture. You see where I'm going with this line of questioning. Finally.
I was... well...
Stella, 20 years old, right? The last year, at that wedding, you seduced her. After that, you continued the relationship, seeing her on a regular basis. And even worse, you said you were single.
When did you learn all this?
Her little sister heard it through small talk. She mentioned that her boyfriend was also way older than her. What really got the ball rolling was when she showed a photo of herself with you.
Huh?
Yeah, the photo was like 2 days ago. When I was talking with Nora, there was this gap in our conversation. Things just didn't mesh. So Nora checked with her sister. We found that you didn't attend the after-wedding party, but instead, you went off on a romantic holiday trip with Stella. I hear you made plans for this little jaunt way in advance. Seem to be having so much fun with your little mistress. You are aware that you're married and have a child. Didn't cross your mind, huh? Cat got your tongue? Nothing to say, dear? If you got some explanation, let's hear it.
Darn it! I'm busted. What can I say?
So, that means you confessed to your affair?
Yeah! I am happy to admit it. Load off my chest.
Happy, huh?
Yeah! Overjoyed! I mean, I divorced you, and I get to marry a beautiful 20-year-old babe. So there. As for custody of Emma, you can have her. I'll live my new life with a beautiful young wife instead of spending the rest of my days with an old hag like you. I'll give you a divorce, so stay away from us. Forever!
About this girl, Stella. You were going out with her without telling you were married and had a kid, am I right?
Yeah, so what? I get divorced, and it no longer matters.
Is it really that simple?
If you think you've got me back against the wall, you got another thing coming. Stella and I are in love. This is a strong love binding us. This little mishap will not affect us at all. Just a minor irritant. Besides, Stella is head over heels in love with yours truly. Older, more experienced, and handsome to boot.
Oh, really? Isn't that what they call delusions of grandeur?
Huh?
Or is it just something that you had pent up inside you all these years? I never thought you were the type.
What the hell are you talking about?
Oh, yeah. Here you go.
What's this?
As you can see, a photo of you and Stella. Got more where that came from. There's some really obscene ones too, but deleted those. Felt yucky leaving them in my photo file.
What the? Why do you have these photos?
Stella was kind enough to send them to me as evidence of your infidelity.
Huh? Stella?
Yeah, you guys parted ways during the holiday trip, right?
Yeah. She said she had an emergency errand or something.
Well, right after that, she got in touch with Nora's younger sister and we arranged a video chat. Had a good long talk with Stella.
Huh?
She was shocked to hear you were married and had a 5-year-old daughter. I told her I would forgive her if she would provide some photos for evidence. She didn't hesitate. Sent me a whole slew of compromising photos. Hard for me to look at, BTW.
You're not serious!
Very serious. About Stella. She said if she knew you were married and had a child, she would not have gone out with you, even if she was fond of you. She was pretty pissed off that you deceived her. Said she never wanted to see you again.
You're making all this BS up! Stella would never say such a thing!
She said she made a huge mistake. Better to break it off.
Huh?
Yeah, told me to tell you that if you were adamant about continuing to see her, she was so pissed that she probably couldn't hold back smacking you right in that big fat nose of yours. Her words, not mine. She was also positive you go ballistic over this and added that if you value your life, stay away from me. Again, her words, not mine. Strong-willed girl for sure. Kinda like her.
That's BS!
Yeah? I don't know. Her eyes seemed dead set to me. Not really my place to say, but that anger, that intensity, really came through watching her in the video chat. She almost seemed possessed.
Was Stella that angry?
What do you think? That she would be elated and smiling? Even though you deserve the consequences of your actions, I would listen to her and never see her again.
No. No way. The love between us would never crumble. Not for something so minor.
Okay, wanna go see her and risk losing an arm and a leg? But by your expression, maybe even your life.
Yeah. Well...
As for me, I plan to get a huge divorce settlement and child support from you, so better if you stay alive. LOL.
What? But I'm...
If you're bullheaded enough to still go see her, I really recommend that you plead with her to spare your life. Keep it down to ER level injuries.
ER level?
Well, can't guarantee what she'll do, but I'll pray for you.
Oh... my... God... What do I do?
I had contacted both of her folks in advance, and after this conversation, they arrived. They met up with Alan in front of the apartment, standing around in total confusion. Well, needless to say, Alan and I got divorced. We worked out a one-time settlement and child support payments. Alan returned to his parents' place, but after the divorce went through, they eventually kicked him out. All the divorce papers went through without a hitch, and payments were made. Emma and I moved away and kept our address and contact info secret. Since then, all is pretty quiet. As for Alan, the whole sordid affair spread quickly among his co-workers. The stress of all the talk behind his back forced him to eventually retire. Needless to say, his friends heard about his infidelity and didn't want anything to do with him. After quitting his company, he had a hard time finding a new job. Went through his savings in no time. I hear he's doing whatever part-time job is available. He's apparently leading a pretty frugal existence.
Yo, Colleen, you there? Are you at home right now?
Yeah, I'm here. Why do you ask? And besides, if you're home, you could always just, talk to me in person. Why are you texting me?
Because I figured you had started on one of your usual lectures if I talked to you in person. Looks like I was right. So anyway, where's my dinner?
I didn't make any for you? You told me yourself this morning that you were going to be out late and didn't need any dinner. So yeah, I just made enough for myself.
Oh my God, you are worthless. Newsflash, plans change sometimes, Colleen. Seriously? Only making enough for yourself? No leftovers? Not even a light snack for later? How selfish can you get?
Why are you chewing me out by a text like this? And if you can chew me out by a text like this, couldn't you have texted me that your plans changed?
If you could think of someone other than yourself for a change, I wouldn't need to text you at all.
Harry, what has gotten into you lately? Why are you so angry at me? You never used to be like this. It's like you're a completely different person.
I'm me! The same me as I've always been. And who the hell are you?
Whatever. I really don't feel like talking anymore about this right now.
Oh, so you're gonna run away from me, huh? Is that what this relationship is to you? You think you can just walk away from your responsibilities to me whenever you feel like it?
Look, it's clear that you're in a bad mood. I'm tired and I don't feel like getting into a fight. I don't know if it's stress from work or you're not even feeling well or whatever, but let's just call it a night and we can talk again in the morning when we're both feeling better, okay?
Yeah, sure. Fine. Whatever.
I'm concerned about you though, okay? If there's something on your mind, I wish you would just come out and talk to me about it. And as for dinner, there's a bit of soup left over in the fridge and some fried chicken in the freezer. And if none of that sounds good, you can go to whatever restaurant you want and order a takeout.
Yeah, I'll just do whatever.
Hey Mom, did you hear that? It sounded like Dad just came home. Yeah, he did. He texted me asking me where his dinner was. That's weird. I remember him saying this morning that he'd be working late tonight and that he'd get something for himself. Yeah, and when I reminded him of that, he told me that good wives can somehow magically read their husbands' minds and know their plans changed or something to that effect. What is wrong with him? Seriously, who does he think he is? I swear he makes me so mad sometimes. It's okay, Sienna. Calm down. Remember, he's still your father, okay? You don't have to stand up for him like this, Mom. I'm on your side. What do you mean, Sienna? I know everything, Mom. Everything? I know why Dad is coming home late all the time. I know why he's been treating you so terribly lately. I know, Mom, everything. I guess you're more observant than I gave you credit for. I'm sorry about all of this, Sienna. It's just, well, I figured that I could wait to deal with everything until you had graduated from high school. But I guess maybe I was wrong to do that. You don't need to worry about me, Mom. Besides, I already have a job lined up for me after I graduate. Not to mention, my graduation is only 3 months away. If there's anything at all I can help you out, Mom, I want to do it. Let me help you. Thank you, sweetheart. I guess if you would really mean that, then I have no reason to keep on bearing with this anymore, do I? None at all. Go get him, Mom. All right. I'm gonna have to give a good deal of thought as to what my next plan of action is, though. We'll talk more later. Hey, Dad. Are you there? Didn't you get a message from Mom just now? It's an emergency, Dad. You need to answer the phone. Mom was taken to the 1st District Hospital in an ambulance. My high school graduation ceremony was today. Mom came, but I was talking to my friends, so she left ahead of me. When I got home, she was collapsed on the kitchen floor. She wasn't responding, so I called an ambulance to take her to the hospital. She still hasn't woken up. I know that you guys are heading toward a divorce, but as of now, you're still husband and wife, aren't you? So please, Dad, please. Please come to the 1st District Hospital right away and see Mom.
Sierra, listen to this. You'll never believe it. I just got the best news I've gotten probably my entire life. It's too good to be true. Get this. My wife just got hauled away to the hospital. Apparently she's totally unresponsive. But wait, it keeps getting better. She's been saying that she wouldn't agree to a divorce unless I pay her a massive settlement, right? Well, I just went home and looked through my wife's files. And guess what? I found the divorce agreement she'd been working on, and she already signed it. This is my chance. I can make a few edits, submit this to the courthouse, and boom! I'm divorced on my terms, and we can get married. So, yeah, I'm gonna head over to the courthouse right now while my wife is still unconscious. And then tomorrow, you and me can head to the very same courthouse, say our vows, and be together forever. Gosh damn it. I'm sorry, Sierra. So it turned out the divorce agreement I found still needed my wife's signature in a few places. According to the clerk, any edits made after the document was printed needs to be signed and dated by both parties. And, of course, since my wife is currently a vegetable, she can't sign them. And if I tried to forge her signature, the clerk would probably get really suspicious. I'd hate for our marital bliss to be interrupted by some stupid forgery charge or whatever. So I decided it would be best to put off submitting the divorce papers for now. I'm really sorry, babe. Could you please just wait a little bit longer for me? Hey, Sierra, are you there? You haven't responded to any of my messages for the last 10 days. Is something the matter? Man, I bet you're still upset about me getting your hopes up with the divorce agreement thing last week. I really screwed up, didn't I? I'm so sorry, Sierra. I should have talked to my lawyer before making any moves. He could have told me that any edits have to be signed. Then I wouldn't have wasted that trip out to the courthouse. But let's look at the bright side. My wife is still in a persistent vegetative state. Ha 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 ha! At this rate, I'll be able to pull the plug on our life support within a few weeks. And then when that happens, there'll be nothing keeping us apart. We can finally be together. Just the three of us. You, me, and the baby. Oh, I'm so excited. I can barely sleep at night.
The baby? That's interesting.
Sierra, there you finally are. I've wanted to talk to you so bad.
You're the absolute lowest form of life on the planet, Dad.
Wait, Dad?
You've been sending message after message, each one more disgustingly immoral than the last.
What's going on? Who is this?
If I recall correctly, your mistress is your 26-year-old secretary at your office, Sierra something or other, right, Dad? I guess you're either too careless or too stupid to tell the difference between an R and an N on your phone, huh? Get some reading glasses, you old geezer.
Oh no. Sienna, this is your number?
You just now noticed this? It's been weeks.
Well, in my defense, your numbers are right next to each other in my contacts, so...
Ugh, how could you be so stupid? Honestly, it's impressive how dense you are. And this wasn't even the first time. You've been sending me messages for her just about once a week for the last few years.
Shoot, I did?
Yeah, you moron. That's how I learned about your affair, you lying, backstabbing creep.
Oh boy, this is bad.
And other than the whole betraying your family part, the worst part is how cringeworthy your texts are. You're old, Dad. Stop trying to talk like a Gen Zer.
Hey, that is no way to talk to your father, young lady.
Oh, now you want to be my father? Now you want to be a family man? You heard that your wife of more than 20 years and the mother of your daughter was in a coma. And the first thing you do is send a celebratory message to your mistress? You're the most miserable excuse for a father I have ever heard of.
Young lady, you will not talk to me that way.
Don't young lady me, you philandering sack of cow manure.
Hey, I said stop that. Anyway, if you're thinking about your future at all, you might want to reconsider whose side you're taking in this, Sienna.
Exactly what is that supposed to mean?
Think about it. What good is your mother to you? She works part-time. Now, if you stick with me, I can take care of you. You know I make a pretty decent salary, right? If you can convince a judge to give me custody of you, the potential benefits will be massive. Obviously, I'm not going to let you live with us, but I can put you up in a nice studio apartment in a good part of town. I'll pay your rent, utilities, all of that. You won't want for anything. So, what do you say, daughter?
You know, you were right the other day. You really should pay more attention to your lawyer. I mean that since I'm 18, neither of you gets custody of me. I'm an adult, Dad. Didn't you realize that? Me, in fact, you can't get custody of me at all. And even if that wasn't the case, I've already got a job lined up for after I graduate, so I don't need you for anything.
A job?
And when I explained the situation between you and Mom to my company, they said they're gonna let her move with me into company housing rent-free.
Wow.
In other words, neither I nor Mom need your help of some creepy old geezer like you.
Aren't you forgetting something? Your mother's in a coma, a persistent vegetative state. Even if she ever wakes up, which she probably won't, she's gonna need consistent care for the rest of her life. You'll be all on your own to support her.
Who told you she was in a persistent vegetative state? Not me. Mom was already awake, you oblivious buffoon.
What? She is?
I was understandably surprised to come home and find Mom unconscious on the floor, but she had just had a bit of an episode caused by stress. I guess she got dizzy, hit her head on something and fell down. So she ended up having to get a few stitches, but that's all. She had a CAT scan and the results came back today saying she's completely fine with no lingering negative effects from the fall. Now she just needs to rest for a while.
Oh, well, that's great news. Now that she's awake, I can finally get her to sign the divorce papers. I'll be over there in a bit.
Oh, and just so you don't go getting any ideas, if you come down here, there's no way you're getting into the room to see her.
Why not?
Whoa, you really think you're smooth, don't you? We know about your plan to edit the agreement. The courthouse clerk called Mom's lawyer about you trying to submit the agreement after making handwritten addition to it.
Oh, come on. Why would she do that?
Add another thing. You haven't heard from your mistress for the last few weeks or so, have you? Would you like to know why?
Did you have something to do with this? What did you do? Tell me right now.
Mom hired a private detective to keep tabs on your precious little Sierra, and guess what he found out? It turns out your precious little Sierra wasn't just messing around with you.
That can't be! You're lying!
So after Mom's lawyer got the report from the private detective, she had a little chat with Sierra, and her parents agreed to foot the bill for her share of the settlement for your affair. But her parents only did so on the condition that she broke things off with you.
This can't be happening. But wait, what about our baby? Sierra is 6 months pregnant.
Yeah, about that. I'm not familiar with all the details, but you might want to reconsider using the word our regarding that baby.
Huh? But that means...
Let me think. What her words were? Something like, I thought I made it clear from the start of our fling that it was just that, a fling. I was just bored and wanted a little excitement.
She said that?
Once I got pregnant with my real boyfriend's baby, I told him I couldn't see him anymore and broke things off with him. So imagine my shock when he started talking about getting married to me all of a sudden. And now his wife found out about it, so I have to pay damages. This is the worst. Not to mention, once my boyfriend found out about it, he dumped me. So now, thanks to that geezer, I'm stuck being a single mother. Just wonderful. I can give you the recording of that conversation if you want. It's pretty funny.
No. No, 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 no! This can't be true. Tell me you're lying.
Well, if I told you that, I'd be lying so. Oh, and by the way, I have a message from Mom.
Is she gonna give me a second chance? I'll do anything. Anything. I mean it. I'll do better this time. I can change. It was a terrible mistake. I was a fool.
From now on, all of our communications will go through my lawyer. I'll see you in court. And here's a message from me. After today, you will never speak to your daughter again for the rest of your life.
Sienna, you can't do this to me. I'm your father.
Not anymore. You're not. You're just some old geezer that I used to know. Goodbye.
Oh, come on. You could at least be polite when you say goodbye to me.
Maybe you should have thought about this potential this would happen when you were sneaking around with another woman around Mom's back. I'm blocking your number now. I figured that even all of that still wouldn't get the point through my dad. So I called my uncle, his older brother, and explained what happened. A short while later, my uncle messaged me back and said he, quote, took care of him. Kind of spooky, but hey, problem solved. He tried to fight paying the settlement to Mom, saying he was totally broke, but then Mom's lawyer looked into his finances. He apparently had just enough to pay off his settlement, so that was all seized and paid out to my mom immediately. They also found that he'd withdrawn a large portion of Mom and Dad's mutual savings account just before the divorce. So the judge ordered all of that to be paid back as well. Once that was finished, my parents' divorce was officially finalized. After I told my uncle about my dad trying to get out of paying the settlement, he messaged me back saying, looks like he needs another lesson. Should I stop telling my uncle things? Nah. His company found out about his escapades too, and promptly fired him. Having lost his family and his job, I wonder what he's gonna do now. Meh, it's not really any of my problem. A friend of mine said they saw him getting on a bus heading out of town. Maybe he'll try and start over. But at this age, good luck with that.